The town of Sanford, Florida is on edge at this hour after the announcement that criminal charges will be filed against George Zimmerman in the shooting death of Trayvon Martin. As a tense community awaits the specific charges just a short time from now, Reverend Al Sharpton today echoed Trayvon's parents, who have repeatedly called for calm.
It is imperative that we make it clear this family has denounced anything other than nonviolent and peaceful protest. We are not in the business of revenge. We're in the business of justice.
Hear, hear. NBC's Kerry Sanders is live for us in Sanford. Kerry, the AP is reporting that an arrest is expected soon. Have you heard anything about that?
Well, I've spoken to sources within the Florida Department of Law Enforcement who were really quite calm in terms of describing the location of George Zimmerman. There was quite a panic set off yesterday when his former attorneys indicated that he had left the state. They were no longer in contact, indicating, including to the Trayvon Martin family, that he might be some sort of flight risk on the run. But the Florida Department of Law Enforcement has, through its investigative methods, apparently been able to track the location of where George Zimmerman is. And if we're looking at the timetable here, and you understand that the special prosecutor does indeed have to file charges with the court in Seminole County, it can be done electronically, it in all likelihood is something that is under seal and effectively has happened, which means that it's possible that the Florida Department of Law Enforcement has already found George Zimmerman, and if he is out of state, is working with another state agency to bring him into custody and go through that process. So I think, based on what we know, that would all be very normal and expected to be developing right now, and it's possible, if it is indeed following that sort of order, that we may even hear Angela Corey tell us not only that there are charges, but that if that indeed happens, that George Zimmerman is in custody.
Indeed. Trayvon Martin's parents and the Reverend Al Sharpton, who is of course our colleague, have repeatedly called for calm, even as the next chapter in this tragic story unfolds. But do you know if the authorities down in Sanford are, in effect, preparing themselves just in case there's some kind of outbreak as a result of what happens a few hours from now?
Absolutely. Absolutely, they are indeed, and for the last day or so have been on a heightened state of alert. The emergency operations centers in several counties in this area have been activated. That's the sort of equipment that usually gets activated when there's something like a hurricane threatening. So they have put all of that in place because, remember, aside from what we believe we know, and of course that's from the good work of our colleague Pete Williams, whose federal sources have indicated that there are charges, Angela Corey has not revealed, from what we know, to anybody. She must have a very small inner circle, or perhaps, because it ultimately rests with her, this is her decision, not shared with others. So we don't know specifically what she's going to announce until she does it. And so leaking it out to a police department that this could happen or that could happen invariably would let everybody know. So they're on an alert, and if indeed there are charges, I think that the caution that has been spread about please remain calm, I think that will likely happen. There will be calm.
NBC's Kerry Sanders, we're always grateful to you, Kerry. Thank you for your reporting on this story. And we'll be right back.